No one else has any reason to be here, especially not Kave. Yeah, I'm not making that. Is it faster to glide or is it faster to run? I've never actually had this proven to me. Why are you here, Sino? I haven't done your story quest, so I don't know this person. Is that... huh? Dori? Sino? I'm gonna have such a conundrum here. The game pronounces his name as Sethos, but in Egyptian, the H is not pronounced, so it's Sethos. So, quite a conundrum on how to pronounce it. Darn you, General Mahamudra. Entrapment isn't gonna work. You can't do that. Hey, what do you mean by entrapment? I don't know this guy's personality because I haven't done Sino's story quest. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You were the one who said you had the book. I said I wanted to read it. Then you agreed to meet me here. Sino showing up too was just a coincidence. Pure coincidence. You don't play games with me. I know who you are. You're that new kid Setos, right? I know you're a friend of Sino's. Huh, so you do know who I am. I saw how Sino was chasing you around, trying to get you to play cards, and how you found an excuse to run off after a couple rounds right after. That left quite an impression. You didn't have to mention that. No, I think Dory's right about that. You always look for a way out when it comes to playing Invocation. It's becoming quite a problem. Lunara and Paimon, you've been standing there for quite a while. Oh, if it isn't my dear Lunara and Paimon, what brings you two to the Palace of Alcazazare? Might it be that you have come to do business with me, the Lord Sangamabe? Of course. Please, give me a moment to conclude our business here, then I'll be with you straight away. Anyway, General Mahamudra, as I am sure you are well aware, the means by which I had someone borrow this book from the House of Dana were both completely legal and perfectly reasonable. Seeing as it isn't yet time to return it, you have no right to forcibly seize a book I borrowed. That would only be the case had you not engaged in any irregular activities. Yes, just now, a buyer, Setos, came to the Palace of Alcazazare on the basis of a mysterious message to meet a seller, hoping in vain to purchase a detective novel. What do you mean, buyer? He's one of your people. You sent him here to deliberately try and buy it and trap me. That is not something I can acknowledge. What I can tell you is that I've had my eyes on this book for some time. Remember, it's forbidden to transfer or sell books from the House of Dana without explicit approval from the relevant authorities. I'm not selling anything, just to be clear. I'm just making the most of an opportunity. If someone pays me a little something on the side, I lend them this mysterious little novel to browse for a bit. If you don't believe me, just ask any of my curious readers. Yes, that's right. You are readers. Weird grammar. Anyway, I was just showing him the book. Is that so? And here I was thinking you were really going to go through with an illegal transaction like this, Sethos. Huh? Wait, what? You two really aren't together? I was just really curious about this book. I finally managed to track it down, but Sino. It's true that Dory never actually said she wanted to sell the book. So she isn't the mastermind who started all this. The mastermind? Survey your own account. It looks like you might have jumped the gun a bit, General Mahamudra. I'm not handing the book over. You may think you've played an ace story, but when you opened the book just now, I saw the truth revealed before me. The book's return date is today. Ugh. That Sino sure got sharp eyes. That's right, I do have good vision. You have less than half an hour before the book is overdue. Give it to me and I will return it. How could I just hand it over to you like that? This is a mysterious, super awesome, mega amazing paragon of illogical detective novels that is practically a treasure. I'm going to make a fortune off of it. Should you really be admitting that out loud? I didn't say I was going to sell it. It's not like I was being serious. But how about this? Dory, Sino, why don't you two play a little game with the book as the stakes? That's one way of solving it. How about it, Dory? Do you dare accept the challenge? If you win, I'll turn a blind eye to the book for the time being. And if you lose, you have to hand it over. Or you can just hand it over to me, completely neutral, fourth party in the situation, and I can go return it for you after I've read it. Oh, sounds interesting. Very well, I'm in. What's the contest? Are you both confident in your powers of mental recall? My memory's not bad. Yes. A very dramatic yes. And you have both read the contents of this book, correct? Wait, Sino's read it? That's right. Huh? Sana, you've actually read it? Oh, well, needless to say, so have I. In that case, I'll just open up the book and flip through a few pages, and you tell me how many names have been circled. Best out of 3 wins. Sound good? That's nuts. What, chickening out? No, it's game on. Let's go. Good. In that case, the first page. 6. 6. Both correct. Next. Second page. Who remembers those kinds of details? I think it was 4? I'd say 4. Ooh, both of you right again. 2 draws, so it all hangs on the next question. Listen up. Oh, page 61. What? That... I don't quite remember. 7? I know. The answer is 5. Absolutely correct. The answer is 5. Ugh, Sino, is your memory really that good? I'm not buying it. How did you do that? It's not actually because I have good memory, because the circling of the names left a deep impression on me. After I borrowed it, I noticed the names on the first few pages had been selectively circled by different people. Each person's penmanship was different, and moreover, I recognized 3 of the circles as having been drawn by Tignari. A few others used the same color of ink as he does, so it was instantly recognizable. You even know that? Yes, I learned of that habit of his long ago. At that time, I had just been promoted General Mahamatra and would go to a secret base where I wanted to get through all the trivial tasks in my in-tray at once with minimal disturbances. I would often find Tignari hidden away on a tree there, doing his homework. Noticing the writing implements he favoured wasn't exactly detective work. In all these years, he's never wanted to change the ink he uses. Back to that book. Anyone who's read it knows that the first name circled is the real murderer. Perhaps Tignari did not want the plot to be spoiled for anyone else, so he circled other names. Annotating or marking a book in itself is not in itself a violation of book borrowing regulations. Well, not for the House of Dana anyway. But why are all the other marks there? Is there some conspiracy behind them? What do they have to do with Tignari? I want to get to the bottom of this, even if it's just for the sake of my friend. And to uncover the secret, he must become a part of the conspiracy. So, I circled all the other names that were left in the book. What? To think you'd do such a thing. So there's no treasure at all. It was just you guys all along. That's right. Should you wish to hide a grain of sand, bury it in the desert. And in that grain of sand, I can catch a glimpse of the truth. And so you were drawn to it, making your plans, yet in a twist of fate were discovered by me. No matter how vast this world is, you cannot run from the long arm of the law. Wow, you're making a meal out of this, aren't you? You really, really have way too much time on your hands. Okay, I give up. You win. That's enough for today. It is time for Lord Sangama Bay to return to her room for some repose. Farewell, lol. So, do you intend to take this book back to the Temple of Silence? I'd heard there was a treasure hidden inside, and thought it might have something to do with the temple. I never thought that was the real story behind it. But when you agreed to compete, I had already surmised you were familiar with this book. That's why I chose that particular format. Brilliant move, bro. What's with that look? We're just thinking there have been more twists and turns in the story behind the book than in the actual story itself. Well, as long as you got it back, I'll leave uncovering the rest of the secrets to you and take my leave for now. See you later, everyone. Can I borrow the book? Of course. After Sino hands you the book, you and Paimon quickly thumb through it. Though you weren't reading very carefully, you can tell that something's not quite right. The plot is wildly imaginative, and just as everyone says, though most of the names in the book seem familiar, on closer inspection, you realise that they aren't actually the names of the historical figures you thought they were at first. Not only that, but every name has been circled. Thinking back on the course of events, you fall silent. And then you explain the full story. How unexpected. But still, it does make sense, and it is far better than the existence of an actual conspiracy. Nah, man! I'd rather an actual conspiracy, please. I would rather there was this sort of like fake conspiracy, and in the end it cloaks an actual conspiracy that we have to find. That would have been way cooler. Anywho, in that case, I still have other plans. Last time I was at Caravan Rabat, I promised I'd meet Dia and Candace for drinks. Lunara, could I trouble you to return the book for me? Sure, leave that to me. They're actually in Sumeru City, by the way. Thanks, friend. Return to the House of Dana. I can't articulate, don't mind me. Is there a way to fast travel to the House of Dana? Like if I scroll in enough on the map, does the icon appear and I can fast travel there? Sorry, I wasn't looking. Was that carved out of the corner of my eye? Well, we're finally back. Now let's return this book. Yeah, there it is. You really found the book? Amazing. I've been waiting here for it to be returned so I could see it as soon as possible. You recount the entire tale to Carve's eager ears. Seriously? How is that even possible? I circled the actual murderer? Pam's pretty surprised by the whole thing too. Let's just take care of the book problem first. Hello, this book. It's probably all my fault for using permanent ink to mark a page, since that caused a whole mess of other things to happen. Now it's all marked up like this, and there's even a risk to those marks spoiling the story, so I'd like to buy it. The whole issue should be avoidable if the Academia uses the money to buy a new copy. Would you please consider my proposal? Mr. Carve, your idea is merit, and is indeed a good way to resolve the situation. I'll confirm the book's price now, and then you can pay over there. That's quite smart, because it's not like it's a bookstore or something where they're generating money each time the book gets borrowed. It's just creating speculation and just getting, bigger and bigger every time someone borrows it. So it is probably best to just eliminate it entirely from the market. Shortly afterwards, Carve accompanies the Academia's staff to register the purchase of the book and pays the full amount. The staff member carefully wraps up a thoroughly marked up old book and gives it to him. What a blunder. Regardless, thank you so much for all your help. It was nothing, we were just kind of along for the ride. Still, Carve, it'd be better if you used something more erasable to make notes in the future. I understand. I'll never let myself subconsciously correct typesetting errors ever again. I mean, that's circling an incorrect name is not how you correct a typesetting error, sir. There are like actual marks that you use for proofreading. Because I have done that before. I've studied proofreading. No, I mean, I'll never again borrow a book with such a long name. At least for a while. Books with long names tend to be quite interesting. We're being teleported, but where and why? Oh, Heatham, you're here. I was looking everywhere for you. What is it? Guess what I've got in this little bag here? If I had to guess, a young man's tears of regret. And what would you know? Its reasoning knows not time of day, but suspense always follows a blizzard. You actually bothered to memorize a ridiculous and boring name like that. That's just because when I was filling out the paperwork to buy it back at the Academia's office, I had to write it out over and over. Oh, that's unfortunate. Then it looks like this book has a new owner. Only because I subconsciously marked up the book with ink. Did you know that Tignani, Thea, and Sino all circled names in the book? And it all started because the name I circled was the real killer. To be perfectly honest, the moment I first saw the murderer's name circled, I knew this would happen. Wait a second, how come you've read the book too? I had the pleasure of reading it in the House of Dana. The logic is a mess, it's just poorly written. And you left the book out in the study. So you knew I circled the killer? Then, did you circle any names in the book? What do you think? So you did? The second one is mine. I knew we were still missing somebody. Why? The best way to avoid spoilers is to add a red herring. Yeah. This is totally something Elhatham would do, for sure. Then why just one? Dignary circled 3. I already significantly reduced the probability of the murderer's identity being spoiled for the next reader. That's more than enough. No need to worry about things that are beyond saving. And just why isn't it necessary? Using permanent ink to circle a name on the first page, that's obviously beyond saving. What kind of logic is that? I bet you just drew your circle for fun. If I must say so, then it's because the circling of the names is far more interesting than the book itself. Oh, wow, this author is just catching strays. Fair point. In the end, I am actually curious. Do we get to find out who wrote this stupid novel? I only have myself to blame for using up all my pencils. I need to go buy some more. With what money? Congratulations. This one-of-a-kind, out-of-print book, personally penned by the hands of so many, is now yours. Do you think I look happy about it? I don't even want it. Ha ha ha. If it was Paimon, she wouldn't want it either. That's a no from me too. I want to read it. It sounds terrible. Oh, I guess we don't get to read it. That's a big shame. I wish it would just give us a little snippet of it so I can read it. Oh, if only. Because it didn't pop up with an icon on the side, so we didn't pick it up. That would have been cool though if I could read some of this really atrocious book. Ow. That's the Fell Dragon. Oh, I can read the Fell Dragon. Oh, it's the pictures from the scenario. Yeah, no book here. What was that one again? Oh, the art negotiation. Yeah. We were getting my commission reward. Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you for
And then what have you got? Oh yeah. Don't we still have some of the mini games from the event? I'm ignoring that. Summer gifts. Yay! We got 200 excerpts of bliss. Yay! That's all that matters. And I already got that. I don't think we did any of the mini games. Boreal Falari. I did one mini game. Oh, that mini game. What's this one? I have to do a quest. Can't we just go to the mini game? And the Forest of Blessings of a particularly passionate flying squirrel. I mean, I'm not looking to do anything elaborate here. I just wanted to do the game because it will give me primogems, right? Right? No primogems? Hello, flying squirrel. What up? Clanch. Ah, 2 more brave warriors step up to the plate. Are you here to play Boreal Flurry? Come then, right this way. I'm looking forward to witnessing your unmatched powers of flight. Wow, I haven't said anything yet. One needn't keep cool to fly, dear guest, not at all. A cool head will merely dull your senses of the wind. Only one who faces the wild wind utterly unprepared may uncover their true potential. A lot of P's in that one. Flying squirrels nowadays are far too timid. They've utterly forgotten the lessons taught by the brave northerly wind. They stand in safe spots and declaiming the courage of leaves that dance in the wind, yet are far too frightened to leap into its embrace themselves. How can we protect the desert king? How can we protect the kingdom alongside Her Highness if things keep going this way? Ludicrous. Ludicrous, I say. Man, this flying squirrel sure is the energetic type. Looks like he really loves flying. And that's why I found myself a passage with especially intense wind currents and set up all sorts of devices. Devices? Can you please be more specific about your devices? Only the bravest, the boldest, and the most bellicose in flight shall best its course. Do you have the required courage, dear guests? I have it. I'll have a go at it. Excellent! Follow me then. The passage is not far from here. Okay. I need to earn 1,500 points. You don't mark it for me? Why don't you mark it for me? How is that close, man? It's a whole teleport away. Liar. Yeah. In the Boreal Flurry game mode, you will have to move and shoot various targets. So I can just shoot as myself. I don't have to be like a bow user. Archer was 100% the word I was looking for, but same. Okay. You'll have to move and shoot various targets to score points. Locked on targets will be marked out. Yeah, okay. And if you crash directly into targets, a certain amount of points will be deducted. Shooting will consume energy, and energy recovers gradually, so take care and control your shots. Again, can't you just give me a video? A little cute little 2-second clip? In this game mode, you can use 2 different buttons to use 2 different firing modes. Speedy shots. When held, you can fire continuously. Charge shots. After charging, by holding for some time, release to unleash. Okay. Fortified floater targets could only be destroyed by the shots. So the blue-looking things. Sublime Supreme targets. It's got a crown, man. Can take many hits, and they will change after each time they are hit, making them difficult foes indeed. Use speedy shots to deal with them effectively. Sure. I completely am able to do this. Good God, it's like she's in Fontaine. I'm a bit wonky at this, but you know, get the job done. I feel like I'm swimming in Fontaine water though. I had to right click. I don't, there we go. Charge! Am I supposed to charge right button? I'm so confused about the button for that. I meant to hold right. I thought it was holding right to charge and then shooting with left. Your instructions were very bad. This is very awkward having to maneuver. Very, very awkward. Well, I needed 1500, didn't I? Not my favorite challenge, by far. Not even remotely my favorite challenge. It was pretty, I just wouldn't say it was fun. Oh, good God. What now? Explosive targets might appear along the streaming currents, and they will detonate when hit. Can help you quickly destroy targets within a certain area. Shot enhancements may appear along the streaming currents. When you pick them up, you can increase the rate of fire for speedy shots, and you will not consume... I really don't care. Oh. That's not the... Is that the... Oh, down here. God, this is so unnavigable. It just looks like shit. This challenge. Is that it? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Hurry up. I just want to move my cursor, but moving your cursor does nothing. Be able to see when I'm in the way. Did I need 1500 for this as well, or did I need more? How far down do I have to go? Missed one. Yeah, still not my favorite minigame. $3,000 is required. It was locked on, and then all of a sudden I just didn't want to hit it. What? It was locked on again. This game is lying to me. I think I got as many as I needed. Shooting faster doesn't really help at all. I've still got to physically move to hit things. Clunky. There was no reason why I could not aim for that slime. None whatsoever. The game just refused to let me aim at him. It's just... Jesus. That's a terrible dismount. Just made it feel like really clunky and awkward. Not being able to hit something I can clearly see that should have been in range of my shots. Whatever. That shit's done. Definitely not one of my favorite games that I've ever done.